Hi, my name's No Shed. Some of you guys know me as Shubham, the Spurs video podcast. First of all, I want to commiserate Andy Murray. You played a valiant first set, but Federer man hit that guy's class. But who knows? Just like Spurs, next year could be your year. Speaking of things Spurs, Jan Vertonghen, one of the players we've been linked with for I don't know how long, has finally signed for us. I'd like to thank Daniel Levy for his sterling work and actually getting him to sign and getting everything out of Ajax. I mean, those who don't know, Daniel Levy's wife is suffering an illness and she's having treatment in the US. So, and that guy's a trooper. He's always trying to do his best for Spurs, and Mud died and everything. So yeah. As always, shouts out to Eggsy, Jerry, Debs, Mick, Melro, and I'm gonna go Greg Smith as well, and all the guys at Spurs Forum. And yeah, let's get started. Jan Vertonghen, I've only seen him a couple of times. I saw him play for Ajax on ESPN. I was a bit worried because I saw him had an absolute disaster game, but I was been assured that no, this guy is actually a very good player. And his passing, I mean, he gets quite a lot of goals. Not all of them headers. He actually can shoot the ball, so he can shoot, he can pass. First thing is, can he defend? And if he can defend, that's great. He's obviously naturally left-footed. Cabour's actually right-footed. My only one fear is that they both like to go forward, like Ferdinand style. I think they'll have to restrain those instincts. Obviously, it's important, that everyone can attack and everyone can contribute. But remember, your job there is to defend. In terms of our formation, I've posted a formation I think I'd like for us to play. Obviously, there's a video was in the rounds apparently. Apparently, Luka Modric is staying, Van der Vaart's staying, and Adebayor's coming. Someone has tastefully done this to using, I don't know, some Hitler thing, which is very, very tasteful. Because obviously, we have nothing to do, at Tottenham. We're not a Jewish club at all, are we? Anyhow, especially the fact that we actually are near Stamford Hill, but still, let's ignore that. There's some information up there, so please give me your comments and your thoughts. Obviously, we're going to be linked with Studdidge. Obviously, I like to go for him. It's the last year of his contract. They're looking to get Lewandowski, and who knows, players can go. Look at Van Persie. And if we can say to Sturridge, look, we'll play it as a striker primarily, but you know what? You'll also be, there's options there on the wing. You will be playing, no matter what, as a left winger, as an inverse winger, as a striker. So we'll have 3 strikers. Damio is the other guy. Obviously, Forlan's signed for International. Apparently, we've been led to Oscar, but I don't know. Even with our net sales, I mean, I think our total transfer budget, including wages, is about 25 mil. Even with the net, I would be surprised if we can buy all these players in, but you never know. And obviously, Siggy Freyers, that's someone who I think will be playing in the Europa League quite a lot, as opposed to Andros Tans, who I met last year, who hates playing there. So it'll be interesting to see how we go formation-wise. And obviously, Tottenham captain. Obviously, if Harry Redknapp would have been there, it would have been, no fuss, no fussy football boots, Scott Parker. In my opinion, it should be Sando, and people say it should be Cabal. I love Yunus Cabal. The one thing that worries about Yunus Cabal is his temperament. I think we all remember him getting sent off. It's Newcastle for him. I think we're very, very silly and getting butting heads. It's Tiote, who I thought should be sent off anyway, but shit happens. But the thing about Sandro, I've noticed, first of all, he loves the club. I saw him with a Spurs flag, and he was jumping for joy with his Spurs flag on the pitch when we scored against Swansea. Secondly, I think he is the future of Spurs, so Major Hank, he won me over. And thirdly, there's a maturity about him. When he came from International to Spurs, I don't know whether it's his own thinking or whether it's his agent or a manager or someone, but he actually consulted a psychiatrist to say, look, you know what? I'm coming to a new country. I don't know anyone. I'm going to need help with transition. And that shows real maturity. If anyone, you ask anyone Spurs from, I've been saying to this guy's the new deadly king. He doesn't dive into every tackle. There's many times I saw him for international. He does that. I don't know, this kind of weird squatting tackle or something. It's like he curtsies or bows or something and he tackles. He doesn't dive in like Lorixana would. And for that reason, I think he's shown a maturity. He's shown love the club. He's been there now. This is second season. If we are building around youth or burning out players who are going to play regularly, Sandro is the man. But technically it should be Dawson. He has been vice captain, but I think the new system we're playing, plus his age, plus the fact that we are looking to use centre backs that can pass as well as shoot, etc. I'm not saying his time's passed, because let's face it, Torres is an excellent defender. Say what you want, call him a cunt, I do. There are still places for those kind of defenders, but I just don't see Dawson being a regular feature in the team. So yeah, my vote goes to Sandro. As always, please look at the formation. Hopefully YouTube will allow me to show this formation in my description. And again, it's just these are just my ideas how we can play. I honestly do still think the 4-2-3-1 is the best formation for us. I think, I know Villas-Boas is a system man. I was watching it with Jose Mourinho and how it's his law, it's his way, and he's made mistakes. Kejman's was a huge mistake. I think he'll admit as well. But I think he had to really try and prove himself. Like, I'm my own man. I think this time he can relax and be a bit more flexible and really communicate. I think a 4-2-3-1 is the best formation for us. And again, if you guys want to ask me why, please, I'll be more than happy to answer. As always, please click on the ad links. It helps me. It helps support the YouTubes. Just let them run for about a minute, and please click on the ad as well. It helps me out, and I'll be really grateful for it. As always, if you want to shout out, please let me know, and please share this around Twitter, Facebook, what have you. And like I said, I would like to talk to you guys as always. The reason I spoke about Loris, I'll be totally honest, I haven't seen him play that often. I've seen Leon play in the Champions League, obviously. I think it's Leon, but I haven't really paid much attention to him per se. The reason I go for Carroll or Vaughan is basically they played in the Premiership, and I think I'll always go for someone who's played in the Premiership ahead of anyone else, just because they've got that pressure. If it was successful in the Premiership, it gives you an advantage. We saw the problems that David De Gea had. Even players like Bartes, didn't always have it successful. And I always think it's important to get someone with Premiership experience. Vaughan, I'm a bit not sure because he's 6 foot. He's not as tall for a keeper as I'd like him to be. Carroll 6'4", 6'5", and I think he'll soon take over from Stekelenburg. I think Frieda's got one more season. I can see him definitely stepping down and then becoming a goalkeeping coach. He's got years and years of experience to offer. So yeah, I'll be interested to see what you guys think. You see my formation there. It's a 4-2-3-1, but it can then obviously when we have the ball, we can attack. We can have a 4-2-4, and Sigurdsson. I wouldn't say he's the new Beckham or the new Bentley, but he can put a good cross in. For how long I don't know, because he'll be on Spurs player. But then you imagine you'll have Bale coming in, far post, Adebayor wherever he moves to, Van der Vaart joining in, Modric on the outskirts, possibly Sandro, and if not, we Bale on the other side, whipping across in. You've got someone like Sigurdsson who's a 6'1", and then if teams get tired, you can put on Lennon. If teams get tired, you can put on Huddeston or vice versa. I think we have much more of a squad depth, and I think we can actually attack both the league and the Europa League, and that's the reason why I think our 3 senior prospects, I think we should use Europa League 4, maybe Kane as well, is to actually promote our senior prospects and say, look, you are the core, you're the undroppables in our Europa League, and we'll try and use Europa League to develop you as much time by giving you as much game time as possible, and therefore we will try and advance in Europa League to get you as much game time as possible. So hopefully, come January, we can actually loan you out to a Premier League side that plays a similar style to us. Anyway, always a pleasure chatting to you, and as always, come on you Spurs.